Sean, I've just bought a jacuzzi tub and there's a lot of chemical stuff. Can you teach me how to use it?
Sure. So here in Cache Valley, really all over northern Utah, we tend to have really high pH and really high alkalinity, and that's basically just saying that our water is coming right out of limestone. And so we're kind of having to fight what's in the water to make things how we want them. Just like your shower is going to get hard water deposits, your hot tub's going to do the same thing if you don't take care of your water.
So the first thing we're going to look at then is the pH level?
Exactly.
Okay.
You're going to need to go ahead and adjust your pH. We tend to run pretty high. And so you have to go ahead and...
Yeah, what exactly does that mean?
There's two different ways to test it that we recommend. We've got your standard test strips that you're going to go ahead.
And this is kind of the same thing that people have to do in swimming pools, right?
Yes, it's exactly the same thing. So you're going to go ahead and just dip your test strip in the water, and then you've got your 3 levels here that you're going to test on.
Okay, so show that round. It's like a little graph that you match it to, and then it tells you what to put in.
Correct.
So that's not too difficult.
Right, and so your test strip is going to test your sanitizer, so your chlorine or your bromine, your alkalinity, and your pH.
Okay.
The first one you're going to focus on is your pH and getting that in line.
Okay.
Typically, as you get your pH in line, your alkalinity is also going to start adjusting down with it. Okay. With the pH being so high here, you're typically going to use an acid, whether it's a salt form or a liquid form of acid. So we typically either sell the pH down, is the solid salt form of the acid. It's going to help you just adjust in small amounts. Okay. If your water has a drastically high pH above about 8, what I usually recommend is using a product like Acid Magic or a muriatic or hydrochloric acid.
Okay, so just a bit more powerful.
Right. It's going to be a little bit stronger so that you're not using so much. Okay. I really like this product because it doesn't have the fumes that you normally experience when you're dealing with a strong acid. It's also been modified so that it doesn't react with organic proteins, and so you're not going to get burned if you spill it on yourself. Okay. And so this is a really, really cool product, especially for areas like this where if you don't get your pH balanced right at first, you're going to start noticing mineral buildup on the sides of the tub and have some issues there. Okay.
So once we've got the pH done, what do we move on to then?
Once your pH is in line, you'll go ahead and just check to make sure your alkalinity is pretty close to where you want it. Okay. And then you're going to start adding your sanitizer. And with the sanitizer, you're typically going to either use bromine and have a float that you're checking your levels and filling the float each week, or you're going to go with a chlorine system. And this is a little bit different because you're just going to go ahead and use a little bit of chlorine when you get out of the tub instead of having a constant sanitizer dissolving into your water. This takes a little bit more, I guess self-control is a good term because you have to be on top of it. And with the bromine, it's kind of just leave it and you're good to go. The chlorine you do have to use.
You have to stay on top of that and make sure you notice it regularly.
Right. And then once you've chosen your system that you're going to use, you kind of get into more the day-to-day maintenance of your tub. Okay. As you get your pH and alkalinity in balance, your sanitizer is going to be more effective. Okay. And so it takes less sanitizer to get the same results, but everything you put in the tub is now having to be pulled back out with the filters. And so cleaning your filters on a regular basis is crucial to maintaining good water chemistry. If you don't, you're going to have smells, your water is going to turn funny colors, and you're not going to really enjoy your hot tub to the full potential.
Okay, so are we talking like once a week for the major systems?
Yes, I usually recommend about once a week. If you're not using it very often, you can go a few weeks in between washing them, but it's going to be pulling everything out from detergents to, the bather waste that comes off your body. So the bacteria and skin.
Ladies are using lotion, we've got perfume, all that kind of thing.
Right.
You have to remove it.
Yes, yes. Makeup is terrible on hot tubs. And so, the more often you're cleaning your filters, the happier you'll be with your hot tub in the long run.
Okay.
And then...
Is there another step after that?
Just make sure that you're cleaning your filters regularly. You get into a routine that every week you go out there and you check your filters. You check to make sure everything's working correctly and that your water quality is where you want it to be. And then I usually hit it with a little bit of extra sanitizer when I do that. Just kick the jets on for 20 minutes, half hour. Just leave the sanitizer in there. And if you're really on top of it, it really doesn't take much to maintain.
Yeah, it sounds like something I could manage, I guess. And as we were saying earlier, you've made a huge investment in these things. It's as well that you take care of them, and they'll last you forever, right?
Right. If you're taking care of it, it's similar to a car. As long as you're doing the routine maintenance and keeping it in peak operating performance, it should last you a really long time.
And as I was talking to Jared earlier, he was saying that you guys will actually come out to the house, instruct me in the use of these chemicals.
Right.
And eventually I'm just going to start getting into the routine of it myself, right?
Right. And so we'll come out and instruct you when we sell you the hot tub. And then if you need continued visits, if there's odd things that happen, we're happy to come out there and answer questions, and you can always call the store and ask questions too.
So just a great after service thing that you have going on there. Tell us where you are and where people can get these fabulous chemicals.
We're located at 539 North Main Street in Logan. Our business hours are from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and we open at 10 and close at 6 on Saturday. Okay. And so come visit us anytime. We're happy to get you straightened out.
Yeah, it sounds like they've got all the knowledge that we need as novices in this field. So, come on down, guys.